In this video, we're going to talk about date time stamps and fields and attributes with our active record models. In our little program here, if you haven't already, go ahead and issue the generate model for our comment. And I already have, but I issued the command again. I'll get some warnings. So now we have our files in here, and we can take a look at them. Get my window fixed up here so we can look at them. And here's our comment, and it's a very simple, we haven't really done anything, very simple little model. If we go and look at it in our database program, it's pretty straightforward. Let's look at the design. It just has two fields. But in hindsight, if we look at this again, thinking about this, perhaps we want to add another field here and keep track of when this is actually created, or perhaps even updated by a particular person. Now, you could just create some fields that say created and updated time or something along those lines. But once again, Ruby on Rails makes it a little easier for you to do something. And there's some automated attributes that if you put in your table, columns name these particular things, Ruby on Rails will take care of time stamping when the records were created and when they were updated. So those two fields, what we have to call them are, the first one is created at, and we make it a timestamp. And the second one is updated at. You can also put created on and updated on if you wish. And let's save those. Now, when we create a record, Ruby on Rails will automatically put the current timestamp on those records when we create them. So let's go ahead and start our console, and we'll do this from the console since I don't have any controllers or views generated at this point for that model. Let's do a new comment. And I'm just going to do comment new. And then we'll say comment equal this movie was great. And let's switch over to our database and see what was in there. Now, you can see there's a created at and an updated at along with my comment in here. Let's switch back over here. When I first created this and I showed you the attributes coming out of here, you'll see that updated at was nil and created at was nil. Even when I went down here after I added the comment, they were still nil. It's when I saved them that Ruby on Rails timestamped them. So keep in mind, the timestamp's only going to happen when they're saved, not when it's created. If you want to do something else for some reason where you're actually timestamping it when it's created in your application, you're going to have to do that separately in your code. But for most purposes, I don't see an example of where you'd need to do something like that. And it's very nice to have this automated created at and updated at taken care of.